I see the elite squad is still in tow. Good to see you again, gentlemen, even if it's just the three of us. We'll get a table for two next week.
We will always be here.
Ah, no.
It's all right. They've already given us a pie.
Have they?
Yeah.
Simon, have you sorted out teas and coffees for these boys and up here?
You told me not to, just in case.
Like, don't try and throw me under the bus in there.
Toby, congratulations on the win. That's a very nice way to get the crowds back in the Swansea.com stadium.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, we've missed it. You know, everyone's talked about it. You saw the influence of it. I think we have to earn the right to get the crowd into it, and I think, you know, we did that, especially through the second half. There was a bit of stunned silence in the first half for obvious reasons, but it's an 80-minute game, and we won a lot of key moments in the second half. And you know, it was signified, for example, on the charge down. You know, and that got the crowd into it, and obviously the discipline with getting some field position and converting that. So yeah, we are obviously really pleased to have them in the stadium, and they made a difference for sure.
Did you put different messages over at half time with your team 14-3 down at that stage?
We talked about being better at what we decided what we had decided or went in to do, because parts of it were working, parts of it weren't. We know that Edinburgh, I mean, they're top of the log, right? So we know that that's a massive ask, and we knew that our fundamentals of the game would be the winning or losing of this game, and it proved right. We probably didn't control field position well enough in the first half, you know, from dealing with their kicking game and relinquish pressure too easy, but we changed that, and the sign of a good team is how it adapts and adjusts. So yeah, and it wasn't a hairdryer or anything like that. It was just being really calm and clear about what we needed to do and what we need to be better at, and as a result we were better at it, and as a result we crafted a result for ourselves.
And Stephen Myler, I guess, doing what you're paying for to provide some stability in periods like this when you're missing some key players, just sure. Nursing you around.
Yeah, I mean, I nearly said you can't buy experience, but that's a lie. Of course, you can buy experience. But no, look, he's done that all his career, and you know, he's a class act, and the good thing about him is he provides calm and stability to the people around him, and as you say, we're 21 people unavailable. You know what we're contributing to Wales in difficult moments, and you need leadership and strategy and people want to follow, and they did that, and he marshalled the young pups really well, I thought.
And you managed to get Gareth Anscombe on the field for half an hour's game time as well. What sort of shape do you think he's in as he trots off to Wales? Good.
I thought, you know, he's getting better and better. I thought, you know, to have that sort of level of player in your backfield and make good decisions. There was lots of dialogue going on between them. And as I've said, the more we can get Gareth playing, the better he'll become. He's had a long time out of the game. I thought, you know, we spoke about his necessity to play for Wales in the autumn. I'm on record of saying it was too soon. And he now is in a much better fettle than when he was. And the more we keep putting him out there, the more he trains, the more he plays, the better he'll become. And yeah, he's getting better and better, which is great.
And as far as the table is concerned, I mean, you've played more than most, but still in the position of the leading Welsh side and in that sort of playoff knockout stage position.
Which, if you think of the adversity that we've been through in the last 8 weeks or so, you know, and I think it was very poignant. And you know, I said in the TV interview that Ivan Phillips' birthday today, and that can't get lost. And so from that point of view, I thought that the landmark of celebrating that for all the reasons that you obviously, I think that is, you know, a very significant moment. And the boys talked about it. We talked about it in the lead up, and it shows that team spirit's still alive and kicking.
Absolutely. You had one or two interesting refereeing decisions in the game, maybe when Lloyd Ashley clearly didn't think he'd done anything to get yellow carded, and maybe the Fijian number 8 might have been yellow carded.
I don't think it was a yellow card on him, to be fair. He's arm wrapped. A late tackle's not a yellow card, and people have just got institutionalised by a late tackle is a yellow card, and it isn't. It's a legitimate tackle. it's late, and so it's a penalty. So I've got no issue with the referee in that respect. The other one is a different discussion, but we've probably been on the receiving end of a bit of that, if I'm honest. But you've got to try and take it out of the equation and be good enough to get past the adversity in whatever shape it comes for. And we've got, as you say, into a position now where we're still in and fighting for it. And if I look at all of that adversity that we've talked about and the resilience, these young players will be much better for it. And I'm really proud of what they've done today.
Maybe a shame you haven't got a game next week. How do you?
If you ask them, no, it's not a shame. They're absolutely delighted because, as I've talked about last to you before, hidden costs of injury and unavailability is, you put the same level of physical into the same people and you can't get a chance to rotate and train and play and all this sort of stuff. So it becomes a little bit of a hamster wheel, So it'd be nice to get off the hamster wheel for a week and give everyone a time to recharge their batteries mentally as well as physically. And then we've got a big game at Leinster and Zebra. We've got a few cup finals coming through the Six Nations period. But as I said in the pre-game, we're excited. We're excited because every coach talks about getting better and improving. We got better today.
Just one for me, Toby. Your back row today, Morgan Morris, but doesn't make an eye-catching when he comes on. Someone like Ethan Roots to that game, how impressed were you by that in back row? I
thought Ethan Roots is the best he's played for us. He obviously we brought him over here because he had physical characteristics that we were interested in, but he comes from a MMA background with from a New Zealand term in particular, probably a very young rugby player in experience. So the more you put him out, the better he gets. But yeah, he physically was great. I thought you saw again Harry Deves play a little cameo role and bring in some significant moments. And as you say, Morgan Morris, Will Griffiths had to learn 2 positions in 3 days. So yeah, they're young players and they're getting better, and that can only be good for us for now and for the long term.